All right. So we are going to talk about SmartPlans today. SmartPlans right here. Okay, so this is a SmartPlans window. It'd be team or your plans here and the library. Library is a great place to start for everything. We'll just go there. This is a great place to start if you don't know what you're looking for, if you are saying, okay, what are other people using? You can search by the SmartPlan name, or you can search by the author name or the description. So say you want to find holiday SmartPlan. So there's all kinds of SmartPlans there on specific holidays. If you search by, yeah, here we go. So sphere of influence, holiday text, Halloween, Thanksgiving, holidays, and New Year's. So you've got all kinds of options there. Now, if I go back to the beginning here, so I'll go over kind of the layout of this. So this is featured SmartPlans. These are ones that I would take a look at. Marty Miller, he is a great person to follow. If you search SmartPlans by Marty Miller, he does the 66-day challenge. You can look him up on YouTube. Great source. Then we've got Keller Williams SmartPlans. And you can see how popular they are, how many times they've been downloaded. When you look in here, most everybody's on Zoom, so maybe I will. So if you just look on my screen, then we can kind of share. All right, so you can see how the SmartPlan is rated, how many downloads it's been. And then you can see top rated. So these are 5-star SmartPlans. You can see what's new. So you can publish SmartPlans out there to the library. But I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go through, let's see, let's do my open house follow-up. This is one that we're building out currently. I'll just show you what we're working on, go through the different building blocks of a SmartPlan. Because that's really the best way to describe it is you create building blocks, and I'll show that to you here. All right, so the first thing, when you open up a SmartPlan or you create a new one, if you created a new one, this area would be blank. It'd just say add trigger event, and then there'd be nothing here. So this is one that we are, Tanya Matthews' team is currently building out. So over here on the right-hand side, you got your actions. And then over here on the left-hand side, this is the SmartPlan that you're building out. So you build it from day one, and you start there, and then it keeps going. So you can see the days here as we go down. You can see what day of the plan you're on over there. So for example, this plan has the first thing that it does here. I'm going to collapse this. Okay. So when they're collapsed, you're not seeing the details of it, but you're seeing the steps. So this is, I'm going to collapse all of them so you can see, really see kind of from a 10,000 foot view, the overview of the plan. A lot of steps. All right. Okay, so on day one, there's an automatic text message sent from Twilio, and there's an automatic email sent. See over here, day one. So whatever we decide to put in here as the trigger, or whenever we add someone to this smart plan, then that happens day one. Then you have this piece, the set delay. You can change how many days you want to delay it, maximum of 369. But so then we're doing a text and an email as soon as the smart plan is triggered. Then we're delaying one day. Then we're making a phone call. Then we're delaying 2 days, making another phone call, delaying 3 days, sending a text, and delaying 4 days, sending another text, another day delay, send another text. So you can see that. And basically this is anybody who comes to an open house, we are going to add this trigger event here. Type open house lead. So anybody who we go through and we put as an open house lead. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked through that. So what that screen was, is it's a reminder that anybody who's currently tagged with that tag, it does not immediately start that smart plan for that individual. It's from this point on, whoever has the open house lead added in there, they will automatically get added to this smart plan. Does that make sense? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Good. Okay. So that's something that's important to keep in mind, that just because you put the contact trigger in there, it doesn't put everyone on the smart plan who already has that tag. It's just the act of when that tag goes on a contact or on a lead. That's when this activates.
So when I build up my, well, they've signed into the open house through the consumer page, the landing page. And then I go in and start adding their D2s and open houses and buyer, seller. I hit the open house tag and it will activate it the day after.
Well, right now this is saying on that day, hey, thank you for coming by the open house. What did you think of the home? Then it'd be agent first name, agent last name, the team name at Keller Williams Elite Partners 3.
Okay, hit them right away.
And that would hit them right away. So basically, you're cleaning up from the open house. Maybe you're entering all the contacts, and day of you tag them open house lead, immediately it would go out.
If they're signing into the landing page, it's automatically getting them in there. So all you have to do is start adding to it.
Yeah, you just have to add the tag. This open house lead, that's a custom tag that our team created. You can create, however you want to do that. That's not a system tag. That's one that we made. So
Custom.
if you wanted a delay in there, you can add a delay. My advice is, like, if I was gonna go through and add a delay now, basically it would drop in at the bottom, and then moving it up can be kind of a pain. So there is a way to do it. It just takes a bit. I'll show you how to do it. So if I wanted to add a delay, it drops down at the bottom, and then I have to click on these arrows to move it up. If I tried to save it right now, I'll show you this. If I tried to save it right now, it would be like, what are you doing? You've got two delays on top of each other. You could just set this one to 2 days. And then it's just a reminder of like, oh, maybe you didn't want that there. Maybe you wanted it down here in between. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's delays. Yeah. So this is always start at the top, and then it goes down through. Send email. This is an automatic email that would be sent out. We don't have content here yet. So you can either do a simple one, and you can use the merge fields here to add their name. Or whatever your content is there. I think this one, we're going to do a team intro email. We haven't written that up yet. The other thing that you can do, you can click over here on designs. So this would just be a text. This is designs, which you would create within designs. So then you would pick your design. And the internet is being slow here, so. So yeah, you would create your email within designs, or and then pull it in here. If you haven't done that, that's fine. All right, I'm just going to move on from that because it is slow to load. No, I'm not, because it won't let me click on anything. All right. Once this loads in, I'll talk about this, but this is make a call. So this is a task, and this shows up in your tasks and your to-do list on your dashboard and on the home button. And it would say call this person, and then you've actually got an opportunity to like copy and paste a script in there. You could write up a new script, and then it would show up when you're doing that task. It would say, call, insert first name, last name, thank them for coming to the open house. How can we help you? Or, whatever you want that script to be, you can build it right into that. and everything is just slow.
Mike, all that stuff that you're talking about on the contacts and the things that you're doing, it shows up in contacts in your card and your activity.
Mm-hmm.
It pop all the things you're saying and the things that have been said back to you because you're running it through the system, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if
Including
there are contacts
the
in there,
Twilio things.
I'm just gonna try and refresh this page.
Yeah, I got a question for you regarding the tags. I've been having a little problem and I tried to get command to answer this question and they referred me to Market Center. Heather's trying to work on it, but you know the DTD2 tag?
Yeah,
When I click on it and then hit the send button at the end, meaning I'm done with it, so I can move on to my next DT. It's going away, but it's not making it leave the page. So you can see, you can see that you're slowly ebbing away on your DTD2s. It just sits there. And sometimes I can go back and I'll click it again and hit save.
so
and it's right there.
you guys like add and remove that tag. That's how you
Correct.
have it set up.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would be easier or if it would be cleaner in the system if it connected to a task, if it created a task or created make a call in that smart plan. That might be a better way to do it, rather than you wouldn't have to add and remove that tag all the time. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, I guess there's a new guy in charge over at Scott Leroy, so they're gonna check into it because it
Okay.
was working fine. I don't know if they tweaked it.
Okay. Okay, so here's an example of the call that I was talking about. Yeah. So this is the task description. You can add a hyperlink there if there's any, I don't know what a great thing to do there would be, but say you had scripts online somewhere and you just wanted a quick link to that within the task, you could paste it there. And then there's another delay, another phone call. When you're looking at yours, you may have all the way up here at the top, if you do this kind of thing, what it may show up is there might be a big red box that says something along the lines of your Twilio isn't set up. Yeah, it's kind of like this. You need to purchase a Twilio subscription and set up a Twilio number in the KW marketplace and make sure it's set up in settings. Smart plans, there's a lot of the smart plans that use texting. In order to text from command, you need to have a Twilio account. Twilio is pretty inexpensive. It's way cheaper than paying for any leads anywhere that I've found. It's like, I want to say it's around $4 a month for something like 600 credits. And those credits roll over as well. So if you don't use them all in a month, it rolls over to the next month. So you can build up a lot.
Yeah, I recommend getting it now so that you do have a lot built up, because I'm doing hundreds of calls and texts and stuff, and I have not reached my build up yet. I
Yeah,
haven't exceeded it.
yeah. No, it's definitely worth the money. All right, so other actions you can take. So in this one, we've had make a call, send an email, send a text, and set a delay. So I will add, create a task. Okay, so it can either be a touch or a non-touch task. You can tell it when it's going to be due. So yeah, you can set that. You name the task, task description. So you could create yourself a task that says write email to this person. And then it would show up in your tasks as something for you to do. So you'd have to go write the email. So that's different than than this one, because this is an automated email. This one is, let's say it's a keep in contact with someone email. You don't want that to necessarily be an automated email because you want to personalize it. Anything you want to personalize, you would create a task saying, write an email to so-and-so, and then you've got all of the information from the contact that you've made with them, from the conversations you've had. Hey, how are you doing? I know we talked about X, Y, and Z, and then you can personalize it. These tasks can be, really whatever you want. They're a reminder for you to do the next step, the next touch with that individual. It could be a non-touch task. This could be create CMA for property. And just as you're in your process, you're like, okay, about this time in, I need to remind myself to create a CMA for this person. Or you're getting ready to go on a listing. Okay, I'm going to create listing. So there's all kinds of things you can do with the create task. Another thing, excuse me. Another thing you can do is you can add them to a smart plan. You may be wondering, like, okay, aren't they in a smart plan? Why do you want to add them to a smart plan? So this one is set up. This is for anybody who comes to the open house. Hopefully during this time, you're connecting with them, you're contacting them. If you are contacting them, you could get them off of this smart plan, start them on another one. Let's say that you get their address. Yeah, so this is a create task. This is, this is saying to put them onto a smart plan. This one down here, just once it gets to day 17, it would automatically add them to whichever smart plan you put in here. So let's say it is a long-term nurture or a monthly neighborhood nurture, something along those lines. So basically, the way that I would organize smart plans is thinking about the different stages that people are in, because you don't really want there's not really a way for like a do everything smart plan, because they don't apply to everybody. Because like So say I did a smart plan and it was like a long-term nurture smart plan. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense for somebody who just came to an open house that's brand new in the database. So maybe they go into my open house follow-up, or like if they're a buyer, here's a new buyer contact engagement. So yeah, based on who they are, what tags apply to them, triggering smart plans to get them running, for those individuals. Let's see, we got a missing address smart plan, missing phone number smart plan. If you click on this down arrow while you're in this this window, it shows you the steps of the smart plan, and then if you hover over, it just gives you a brief. This is what will happen. So it's sends out an email. What email is that? Okay. Oh yeah, okay. I remember now. If you need more information than that, you can click into the edit.
Does it auto-populate that person's name?
If you use the mail merge fields, the merge fields, when you're putting them in there, then yes, it will.
What, I don't know what you mean. Mail
See-
mode.
Yeah, see these right here?
Yeah.
Within the brackets there.
Mhm.
That's basically a code to command saying, hey, command, find me that person's name and put that in there when I get to this step, or like when this email is sent out. So it automatically populates that field. Hi, and whatever is in command, it would put in there, and then it sends this text in the email, and then it signs off as that. If you want more information than that, you can add that. Agent first name. Let's do team name. Let's add an app link. You've got options there. The other thing that you can do is if you have a specific website that you want to connect them to, or document or anything, you can do a hyperlink to it. So we just created something like asking for reviews, and we created a landing page on the website that connects to all the different places that they can copy and paste their review to, and we did it as a link in the email.
So you actually wrote them a little script that they could do instead of having to sit there and think about it?
No. Once they've written it, then they can, copy and paste the review to the different review sites, not like, no.
I was like, wow, that's pretty
forward.
pretty nice of you.
This is how we
were
did.
good.
No. Let's see, and other things you can add to smart plans. We talked about that one. You can restart a smart plan. So if it's like a long-term nurture smart plan, and it happens every so often, and you want to go through the steps, and then I want to keep in touch with them long term, you can put in restart smart plan at the end. So those are the building blocks of the smart plan. Now I'm going to show you different ways that you can add people to this smart plan, or whichever smart plan you're working with. All right, so let me see here. All right, so this shows how many people are actively in the smart plan where it says contacts. And then if you click on that little eye, it shows these are my contacts who are currently in that smart plan. Now I'll show you an example. This one, the quarterly magazine, I created this one and it's sent out to everybody in my contact list basically. And it's got this page and they can click through. But once this smart plan runs and it sends out this email, it ends, it's done. So when I look in the number of people in that smart plan, there's nobody in there. That doesn't mean that nobody got that smart plan. That means that there's nobody currently in the process with that smart plan. Okay, so other ways to add people. Let's see, I need to add somebody to this one. So if I go here, I click add contact, it pulls up this window. And then I can click through here, find the person that I want to add to that smart plan, click add to smart plan. You can search by tags, you can search by first name. Once you've added somebody to a smart plan, this window pops up. You've got some options. You can say, I want this to start right now. That's this top one, start immediately. Start on the following date. So you can say, I don't want it to start just yet. Start on this date. If you have multiple people selected, so this isn't going to be right, but I'm just going to collect a couple people here, click add to smart plan. Say you've got 100 people that you just decided to add to a smart plan, and it involves calling and it involves tasks for you. Well, that could be overwhelming. So in order to not overwhelm yourself, you can click stagger start over the next few days. And then you can say, okay, I want it to be 10, I want it to be 15, 20. Yeah, there's not that many, but yeah, you can change that number based on this is how many people that I want to start. Then it would start today. Let's say there were 40 that I added and I want 10 each day. Well, then there'd be 10 today, 10 tomorrow, 10 the next day, 10 the day after that, until that's all the way through. So this is great. If you start 200 people on the same day and you have to make a phone call that day, then that's 200 phone calls that you're asking yourself to make. So this is a great option. Unless you have the capacity to make 200 phone calls in a day, then go for it. But that's not me. Let's see here. Let's go to questions. Are there any questions, any things that would help, anything that I should clarify? Oh, one other thing before I go there, another way to add people to smart plans. And this is when you just start a smart plan, this is how I would recommend. Like, I just created it, I just added the trigger. Now I got all these people to add to that smart plan because it doesn't automatically put them in. So if I go back into my contacts, wait for it to populate. and then I would filter by that tag. So we were talking about the open house. So I want to see everybody who has that tag.
Hey, Mike, if you wanted to set it up so that it's a specific open house that you've just done, like I was saying last week, that we name each open house,
Okay.
and then we come back and we go into SmartPlans and we look up under tags, Miss Betty's open house.
Okay.
And then it populates all those people that signed in under the landing page. And then we hit the smart plan. And it pulls up what we want to start to do.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be another way to do it.
It's not blanketing every single open house, zeroing in on that particular open house we did.
Yeah, then the one issue that I could see with that is then in order to automatically start that smart plan, you'd have to add that new tag to every single time. So yeah, there's different ways to do it, and there's creativity that's allowed within the system. So yeah, so this is 31 people that all have that open house lead. So I could click here, which selects everybody, and then it shows right here, selected 31. And this pops up here. That disappears completely when you don't have anybody selected. So if you're looking for it, you got to select at least one. Then you have these bulk actions. And I'm going to scroll down. There's all kinds of things you can do, but I can add everybody to a smart plan. So then it'll say, okay, which smart plan do you want? And then I would find that smart plan. I want them all on my open house follow-up. Then it's going to say, okay, we don't have a phone number and email, or an email there. You can remove the contacts with errors, or you can add them to the plan anyway. It's up to you. This would basically not do much of anything. So Kent would probably need to go on a, hey, how do we contact this guy kind of a process, which, we haven't built out yet. But then Jose, it's like, well, he's not get the email, just to let you know. Anthony won't get the email either. So, but you can say, okay, add them to plan anyway. You can also export this, like, hey, I want to know where those people are so I can do something about them in the future. I'm not going to do that because we haven't talked that through as a team. But does that make sense? The other thing you can do with this is you can add people to multiple smart plans, so that the easiest way and the most convenient way to do it is to filter based on, what you're looking for. Let's say I want to find everybody who's tagged buyer, and I think we have, yeah, anybody who's tagged buyer 2022. And then that would be an and, not an or. So it's pulling in, and we're cleaning a lot of this up. So let's see what shows up buyer 2022. Okay, so buyer 2022, they have the tag. I would select them all. Bulk action. Add to smart plan. And then maybe I have I think we have a new buyer contact engagement. So I can, to all those people who have that tag, I can send that out. And then I could go into that smart plan, say, hey, we're using this tag quite a bit. We're adding these people to that tag. Let's just create the trigger of buyer 2022. Then that smart plan will start automatically. All right. I'll go back over to smart plans here. Any questions? Let's see.
As far as what to do with anybody that is in contact, you prospect.
Yeah. So smart plans is your automatic prospecting. Is your saying,
Touch.
yeah, it's giving them as many touches as possible. It's staying top of mind, and it's doing it in a way that you don't have to think through everyone that you know and say, how should I be contacting this person? So you can kind of categorize people, you can put plans into place. It's like, okay, here's a bunch of family or former coworkers. All right, what can I do with all of these people that would be adding value, that would be reaching out? There's for brand new agents, there's plans. It's like, hey, I'm new to Keller Williams. There's promote my app, which is a great one. If you
different from the task, but it could be included with the task.
Yeah, so you can build tasks into smart plans. And then there are other places that tasks can come, but that's like within opportunities. You can set up so that you have tasks within opportunities as well. But
You do birthday anniversaries. Anniversaries from when they bought their home for the month, that month.
Yep.
That's what we want last week about opportunities.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, good. Any other questions? Yeah, Patty.
No, I was just looking at some of this. I know you can edit. If it doesn't say what you want it to say exactly, you can tweak words in there. If it's a generic smart plan.
Yeah, the ones that are Keller Williams branded, there's not a lot that you can edit. But like in the featured, and this is what I would do with any smart plan. This is probably like a really good process to go through. Like this one, 5x5, stay in touch with your data bank with multiple touches a year with phone calls, handwritten notes, text messages, and social media touches. All right, that sounds good. So first thing, I would look through and just see, is this what it says it is? Okay. Yeah, so where was that? So this shows you the text that it does. And sometimes when agents make it, they make it like this, that it's very broad, that it's very, it uses these, if I move my mouse to show you what I'm talking about, like it says, it's got the brackets, agent first name, agent last name, KW app link. This is usable by anybody, but there's other plans you may open and you may see, I don't know. Well, let's look at this one. Yeah, so this is probably very personalized to that agent. Yeah. So somebody put this Brookshire. Don't know where that is. That probably doesn't apply to us. But when you're looking at a smart plan, so if this one looks good, then add the smart plan. Then once you are in here, it'll show up. Let's see, I don't know if we have one that's by another author currently. But then look through the smart plan, make sure that the text is appropriate to your team, your business, that it has the right contact info, that it has the right dates. I know like a holiday one, it says happy 2021. It's like, okay, you got to go in and you got to change that based on the year. You know, just making sure that it applies. The other thing that I would do after that is I would create a test account that sends to your text, your phone number, that sends to an email that you have access to. Before you activate it for anybody else, test it out on yourself, see what the customer will see, and then make tweaks based on that, and then bulk add people, because then you know that it's running smoothly, that the data is right in there, that everything is going to be a really good customer experience for when it shows up on their phone in their inbox. And just kind of troubleshoot it to yourself first, and then add people to it, get it running, and really, yeah, get those touches out with customers and add value. So yeah, any other questions, anything that I can clarify? Or this is kind of, again, an overview, a lot of what you can do. Say you've got something. Oh, Michelle, did you have a question? Saw you came off mute, so I didn't want to miss that. Nope. All right. AW Claremont is in here. All right.
Go down to chat.
Where
Down
you
in the
see
bottom.
In chat.
Say you're here for the meeting, because
Okay. I think there's another meeting that's going to be on this Zoom. If you guys have any questions, you can scan this and you can connect with me, send me a text or email. Michelle, if there's anything that was confusing, set up a Calendly appointment. Actually, if you put your text or your phone number in chat, I'll send you a link to the Calendly appointment, so you could do a one-on-one, so we can get you up and running with a lot of this stuff. Does that sound good? All right. All right. Thanks, everybody. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and ask your questions. All right. Thanks. See ya.
Hey Nadia,
Hey, how's it going?
how are you?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm well, I'm well.
Praise God.
Oh, girl. Been, been a week already and the day just Tuesday. So I think it started last week. It started last week.
What started last week?
All kind of stuff.
Oh, well, if there's anything I can do to help you, please don't hesitate to let me know.
If you want
Just
to take
love
over
you.
your book, I can do that too.
I love you too.
Did you hear Lori?
Lori, what did Lori say?
I said if she needed help, someone taking over her client book, I can do that for her.
Oh, you said you got that, huh? You got the bag, huh, Lori?
Got her front, got her side, I'm here for her.
I can't see you guys. Where's the Claremont camera?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably me. I don't know what I'm doing, child.
Girl, show
Maybe
your
if I
face,
start
y'all.
video,
Start video.
maybe that'll help. Why isn't it coming on?
Click the side. Video settings. And then, gosh, I am blind, I'm sorry.
You lied to
Who's
me?
blind?
A meeting now.
You are not blind. Don't say that about yourself.
Say that one more time.
The meeting now is on there. Is it not plugged in? Hi there. Someone upstairs. Oh, no, it can because,
They did the owl thing a little while ago.
can you talk again? Audio.
Hey.
That's fine. That is on.
We're trying to figure out why you can't see us.
Yeah, just all I'm seeing is the KW logo.
Oh, let's see.
Again, click it. Okay, click the three dots. That's to start video.
Hmm.
Okay, try that again. Minimize this first window. Cannot start video. Look up there. Please select another video in settings. Well, I'll be dang. Let me unplug it because sometimes fail forward. Go to
Fail
your-
forward. I like it. Go ahead.
And she's over here just pushing buttons. She's like, screw this, I'm doing this.
And nothing's working, huh?
I promise I didn't. I'm just moving the mouse.
You're just moving them out.
Mhm.
And it's just
Alright.
doing what it wants to do.
So
Okay,
now
your
she's,
default microphone has been changed to microphone. Okay, now go back to,
Right here.
there it is. There it is.
So wow,
I
so
see something black. Like a black screen.
Can you see us?
No, like if the KW thing went away, but it's just black. I'll show you.
Look in the big thing, on the big box. Can I just take over? You make it.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, you're glowing in the dark. I love it. Like that would give me a headache after a while, you know? Okay, let's see here. Does it have a muted? Oh, wait a minute, I think you're hitting the wrong one, start video. Cannot start video, dang it. Stop video, then let me go back here, start video.
Glad you're here.
That's a mute.
Like, and the thing went away, but like the screen is just, I don't know, what's on the camera? Is the camera covered up?
Nope. No. I don't know. It's probably Yolanda. Yolanda probably broke it.
Just placing the blame, Lori. Look at you.
Hey, if you don't want to accept the blame, you cannot accept the blame.
Oh my goodness, you need to write a book, Lori.
I had
A
issues.
book of quotes.
See, let me see the settings real quick for video. Huh? Yeah. Are you texting her?
Yes.
Oh, you just wasn't, we weren't on TV.
Yes, we wanted to send you.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna go out and come back, okay?
Okay, so I'll come back.
Nadia? We go out and come back. Yes.
Okay.